Sir, di ba may mga questions kami over the weekend about the status of PNP Chief Albayalde? Would you be able to
Wala naman na.
update
Wala
us?
akong naririnig na bago.
Wala po yung rumors na
Hindi ko narinig yun.
wala pa. I mean,
No, ganun pa rin.
wala pong statement from the palace, instructions, anything?
No.
Okay. Sir, soundbite na lang yung last week.
Excuse me.
Yung pong sa US, i-prevent po yung mga Philippine officials who are responsible for the illegal detention of Senator De Lima. Soundbite lang, sir, kasi wala pa kami nun.
We already issued a statement.
Yeah,
We
but-
said that that's a brazen attempt at interference of our sovereign affairs. Senator, what's his name, Leach, was saying that it was the responsibility of the U.S. to call the attention of the Philippine government, and for that matter, maybe any country, that it has granted aid. Because according to him, of the wrongful imprisonment, first, there was no wrongful, or there is no wrongful imprisonment. Apparently, this, I don't know if he's a lawyer, coming from a U.S. senator is bad enough. But if he's a lawyer, that makes it worse. He assumes that, because his statement assumes that he is knowledgeable of our laws, especially procedural and substantive law. And another assumption is that he came here to personally look at the case folder of Ms. De Lima. But those assumptions do not exist. In other words, he was speaking from blissful ignorance, as I said in my statement. And moreover, the grant of aid from one state to another is based on comity and friendship. And apparently, he's telling us that every grant that the U.S. gives to another country is conditioned on that they have the right to intrude into the affairs. Maybe they have the right to criticize, but not concluding that the acts of the Philippine officials are wrong on the basis of records, because the record will speak to us that every step of the way, the Senator De Lima was given all her rights. Due process was strictly observed. She was afforded the right to preliminary investigation. She submitted countervailing evidence. The prosecutor found probable cause. That's why she was formally charged. And the Constitution requires a judge, before issuing a warrant of arrest, to personally examine the evidence to determine if there is probable cause to justify the issuance of a warrant of arrest. And he did that. So I cannot understand where this Senator Leach and another one, Senator Dorbin, are coming from. The problem with them is that they listen to the critics of the administration and believe what they hear or what they receive as info, hook, line, and sinker.
Sir, can you afford not to go to the US if ever they do ban you?
Of course. I've been there several times over.
And you don't mind being barred from entering
No,
because?
because it's not the only country that you can go to and enjoy the sights and the sounds.
Sige, sir. Thank you.
Follow up po. Follow up, Mr. RJ Balinbin from Business World. Sir, on ASF again, sir, what's Malacanang's advice to LGUs on handling ASF? Like, Ms. Sara Duterte already banned the entry of pork products from Manila. So what's Malacanang's advice to LGUs?
The local governments? I think
Yes.
that's for them to decide. Each one would have to decide for themselves.
Let's say LGUs would say, okay, let's ban then the entry of all pork products from Manila.
Then, if that is their decision, we have to respect them. They are only trying to protect their constituents.
Sir, is the palace even aware of the gravity of the ASF cases?
Certainly, the policy is aware of that. That's precisely why the Secretary of Agriculture is doing something about it.
All right. So the palace is being updated by the DA from time to
Oh,
time. on the
definitely.
matter. All right. Thank you.
Miss Julie Aurelio po from Inquirer.
Sir, balikan ko lang po yung question ni Joseph on the ban for Philippine officials na.
Moreover, before I forget, that ban is just a proposal in a Senate committee. And I think the views of the two senators are in the minority. Otherwise, some senators would have supported that. In other words, that ban will be only effective upon approval of both houses of Congress of the United States.
Sir, follow-up ko lang po. Si Representative Edson Lagman, he said na contrary dun po sa sinabi nyo earlier, yung statements daw po nung dalawang US senators are not a form of interference in Philippine affairs. Sabi ni Lagman, the freedom of public discourse allows officials of one country to criticize or even condemn the acts of officials of another country for genuinely perceived or actual violations of civil, political, and human rights.
Only if the criticism is based on official records. But this particular case, they say there is a wrongful imprisonment, and it's very clear that there is none.
Sir,
While the U.S. can ban, just like our country can, there must be some basis for that. Like if you're declared persona non grata, you have committed any transgression of the laws, then you can certainly be banned.
Sir, to be categorical about it, we do not reject criticisms of other countries outright. Ang condition po natin, it has to be based on...
Yeah,
On what,
on
sir?
truth. If you're just like what they're doing, they're criticizing us for a wrongful imprisonment. What is the basis for wrongful imprisonment? Just because Ms. De Lima and her supporters are saying that it is? You know, the usual convenient refuge of political camelons is that they easily change their beliefs on the basis of a political agenda. Pag makakabuti sa kanila, babaguhin nila ang posisyon nila. Like that congressman, he's a lawyer, he should know. How can there be a wrongful imprisonment? When there is preliminary investigation and there is an issuance of a warrant for the arrest. It would be different if she wasn't afforded the PI or a warrant of arrest was not issued and she was arrested and detained. That's abuse. So when when Senator Leach was speaking of abuse, he's referring to himself. He's abusing his freedom of expression, criticizing without basis, and making it appear that it is true when it is not.
Miss Julie. Follow up po muna. Same topic, Miss Rosalie Cos, UNTV.
Secretary, good afternoon po.
Yep.
Na-mention niyo po kanina na 2 lawmakers out of 100 senators lang. Yung regarding po dun sa proposal na iban yung entry ng Philippine official involved. Pero will you not discourage Philippine officials from traveling to USA? Baka magkaroon ng conflict if ever they try to go to US?
No, because the proposed ban is with reference only to government officials who, according to the senator, when the state secretary has credible information, well, look at the word credible information, that these officials have something to do with the wrongful. So dalawa ang kulatilya eh. Unang-una, can it be credible when you say that this official has something to do? Pangalawa, wrongful. Hindi nga wrongful imprisonment eh. It's legal.
So there's nothing to be afraid of sa mga government officials who want to go to
No,
US.
I don't think so.
Okay, sir, salamat.